Welcome, guys. My name is Luis Escudero. I'm the owner here at El Patron Tequileria. On social media, I'm known as Tequila Bay Official. I am a tequila connoisseur, tequila expert. I do a lot of practice with the tequila, so that's how I've learned to know a lot about tequila. And tonight we're excited to host you guys for our Tequila Roundtable. We've been doing tequila dinners and these experiences for now 2 years that we've been in operation. So we wanted to be able to bring you guys as creators to be able to showcase what we do. Abraham and I, we've been able to build a great relationship over the last 6 months already. So the intention was to just be able to sponsor a dinner, get creators and people with like minds and skill sets together to enjoy great food, and then enjoy an experience of Mexican culinary and tequila that I don't think any restaurant is doing. So that's my intention, to be able to showcase what we're all about here at El Patron, so that people in Cleveland, Columbus, Cincinnati, wherever you're from, can get the same experience and can book these tequila dinners with us. So we're gonna go ahead and get started, and we'll do a quick introduction. And like we joked, I think we all know each other here, but go ahead and get started over here, Abraham.
What's up, Ohio? I'm Abraham. I'm with Eat Local Ohio.
I'm Bronson Allison of Live More TV. Just gonna make travel videos and have fun with these guys.
I am Lainey Hendershot. I go by Lainey in the Land, and I am all for the love of Ohio.
I'm Julia from Explore Local Foodie, and I'm here to support all the local restaurants.
Tequila is an agave distillate. If we think about an agave, we see a few different agaves within the room. Anything distilled from an agave is a mezcal. So mezcal is the big umbrella, but tequila is a very specific type of mezcal distillate or agave distillate.
If I do get a cocktail, margarita, or like sometimes I'll venture out, but is that typically just made with a tequila blanco, or like most cocktails are made with that?
It all depends on your bar. I mean, if you're not really paying attention to what is in your cocktail, they might be using their well tequila. I'll be honest, we use gold tequila here for our like entry-level cocktails, but whenever I get guests to come in, I give them the spiel. I'm like, look, if you're banging on $1, great, order the $8 margarita, but let me show you something. Let me tell you about what makes this tequila unique, or how you can pair this tequila in this cocktail. Then we have the cooking. We have to be able to break down these sugars, and then the slow caramelization of the agave plant. After we're done cooking, or the hydrolysis process, we have the extraction. This is where we use tahona, or we use milling processes to shred and extract all of these agave sugars, the aguamiel, so that we can then formulate. We add the yeast, we add different components, we add that in formulation, and then we ferment in either wooden tanks, which are preferred, or the stainless steel tanks, which are a little bit more modern process. And we'll talk about the differentiation between time-honored and modern process and how that influences the flavors and the character of your tequila.
So in the fermentation process, after they introduce the yeast and you can drink it like beer, what's the flavor profile on that? Have you ever had that?
I've never had mosto before, no.
Really?
Because most of the processes, like entering distilleries, can be a little tricky. There's certain distilleries that will give you tours, but unless you're like a maker of tequila, you have a hard time getting access to being able to drink the mosto. But I would say the flavor profile is, it's gotta be very like herbaceous and vegetal, like your tequila, but not as so astringent like, distilled spirit.
Is there like a tequila brand that just like dominates, like it's, highly regarded?
In terms of just like the quality or popularity?
I'd say like, there's probably like a general population, like one that's popular, but like,
yeah,
like the snobs, like is there one that is like sought after, that's hard to get, expensive?
Yeah, I'll bring one of those down, and it's actually not for sale. It's not even expensive, but we have a tequila up at my bar called excuse me we have a tequila called Tequila Fortaleza. So this tequila is like the pinnacle of like that small batch production. So like the snobs recognize the top of the bottle. I've had so many people like, you have Fortaleza, how do you get in Ohio? I had a special batch sent to me, but
wow.
So yeah, the Tequila Fortaleza, we'll bring it down and I'll show it to you guys, and we keep it on our bar, but it's not for sale, and people inquire, but it's not for sale, but the right people that inquire, I'll gladly pour around and get to enjoy with them.
just to go back a little bit, you were mentioning that you wanted to open your own like tequila brand. Like,
Yeah.
what's the process of that? Because do you have to go to Mexico to go do that? Like,
Yeah.
what's
So we're planning, me and Alex, we're planning like the next phase of what we want to do. We definitely want to get our hands and feet wet with a distillery in Mexico. So getting to build connections and networks. But I think it also takes a lot of money. That's why celebrities are very keen on they're just throwing money into these brands. Whether you're doing a private label and you're just doing different tastings and you're slapping a label on it, or just the means of production, a distillery, a farm. I think the process would be to go about finding a maestro tequilero that is either, phasing into a new distillery or phasing out, and finding the right ecosystem to either buy the means of production, or you can easily just do a private label and slap, if I get big enough with my tequila brand or my tequila platform on social media, I could just as easily slap something on a label and then start selling it. I wouldn't want to go about it that way. I would want to go about it the right way of means of production, of being really involved. So that's maybe like a 10-year pipeline, but we'll see. We'll see where we go.